GTA Part 3.
Terrible things about you make videos. Like, I don't care. Why would I care? I can just sit here and chill with you guys every day, have a great time, right? This is the life, man. Here's what some idiots on the internet say. It doesn't affect me. I don't give a shit, right? So, thank you all so much. And by the way, I see some people are contributing. Thank you. As you know, I do shout outs at the end of the podcast. So, I have a lot to get through today in a very short period of time. Very appreciative for your contributions, especially this is my open stream of the day. I will shout those out at the end of the show, at the end of the podcast. Okay? Cool. Okay, so let's...
Work goes smoothly when you know the right steps. With Asana, you can coordinate tasks across teams and stay on track, so your team can spend more time celebrating wins. Try it for free at asana.com.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and Elon Musk just confirmed it. I had a feeling, I had a suspicion, I had an inkling that his poll about bringing people back to Twitter was going to be binding, because it was in terms of Donald Trump. And now, on top of the news of firing dozens of people last night, it's happening. Everybody's coming back. Now, I asked him directly, as you know, I am the Elon speaker, about Alex, but he hasn't replied yet. I should check it. I don't. I mean, it's like I expect him to, but I do think he has spoke on Alex specifically and has tied some emotional reasoning to it. So he has not addressed that. But technically, Alex does fit his requirements, which we're going to get into after a super quick word from, now more important than ever, channel sponsor Meta PCs. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Look, if you've been around, you know that I've been talking about Meta PCs for a very long time. In fact, it's the primary computer I use. But it's not just because they're a sponsor. It's for so many more reasons. They have fully customizable, configurable PCs and all the hardest to find parts in stock, ready to go. They also have ready-to-ship PCs ready for you today. Here's a couple reasons why I like Meta PCs. First and foremost, it's veteran ownership. Meta PCs is a veteran-owned business. One of Meta's owners has served both in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in Meta's Operations Center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. They offer financing. It has 100% US-based sales and support. And when you receive your PC, it's ready to go right out of the box. You don't have to get complicated and set things up. You just plug it all in and you're ready to rock. And on top of that, Meta PCs is offering you, my viewer, a huge discount when you use the link in the description or you use promo code QUARTERING. If you use my code at checkout, not only do you save money, but you support my content and a company that will not bow to cancel culture. Maybe you're not ready to pick up a new computer today. When you are, remember to go to metapieces.com and use promo code QUARTERING to support me and save money. And everybody wins.
Studio kind of forced him on that.
Hey, now I know we might not be in the market like right this second for a really nice computer, but when you are, remember promo code the Quartering, and remember that Meta PCs has been a strong sponsor of the channel. Heck, it's It's Thanksgiving, and as I record this, maybe go build one up and see what it would cost and have some fun with it. So before we get to the announcement about the unbannings, Elon Musk fired dozens more Twitter staff last night before Thanksgiving Day, days after he said he was done with layoffs. Elon Musk fired several dozen Twitter employees overnight on Wednesday, most of whom were engineers, two people familiar with the company's actions told Insider. The firings came as a surprise inside Twitter. The people said Musk said in an all-hands meeting earlier this week that there would be no more layoffs at the company. Here's the thing. These people were not laid off. They were terminated for underperforming, for not meeting technical requirements, meaning they weren't doing their job. He's probably still trimming fence. They weren't laid off. They were fired. The termination process was similar to that experienced for previously enough employees. The two people said access to work tools and computers were cut off, and notice of termination was sent to the affected employees' personal email accounts. Thousands of Twitter employees have already been laid off, resigned, or fired by Musk, leaving critical workers stretched thin. Well, he's also hiring. Twitter recruiters have reportedly tapped external engineers to work for the company under Musk, and Musk has even hired a hoaxer who fooled the press into thinking he'd just been laid off from Twitter. These developments have led to staff to believe that Musk has kicked his habit of sudden firings. One of the people said Representative Musk could not be found. Well, you saw this news: 50 employees were let go on Twitter for failing to meet performance benchmarks at Twitter last night. So, again, it's like, they got fired because they didn't meet whatever requirements were set. Now, I don't know what those bars were. Maybe they were exceedingly high, or maybe these 50 people were just sloughing off. I don't know. A few others also got performance warnings, but were not fired. I'm guessing he still wants to be demanding. The thing is, Elon has a lot of fans. He's even got, what was I going to say? I wish I remembered his name. He's like he was working on Twitter search, like for the fun of it. And he's just like, oh yeah, I fixed Twitter search. Here's how I would ask for some help, like crowdsourcing, fixing it. And like, that's what I think Twitter should be. It should be a really nimble team of experts, not a bunch of salary takers. And it's essentially turning out to be that way now. I can't find it. I wanted to give the guy credit. Hold on, let me pause. George Haas. That's who it is. I even follow him too, because like this dude's like, it's crazy. He was like, hey, anybody have any idea for like code on Twitter search when I do the name thing? And someone's like, boom, here you go, fixed. But so like, it's awesome to see this happening in real time. And then Elon's poll. Should Twitter offer general amnesty to suspended accounts, provided they have not broken the law or engaged in egregious spam? This is a poll that 3.16 million people voted in, with an overwhelming amount of positive, from 72.4% to 27.6%. And when you look at it, hilariously, a lot of people out there now are probably like, what am I going to do with the 56 accounts that I created to keep coming? People's inboxes are going to get full of all their old dead accounts. Actually, my old Midwestly and my old Unsleeved Media both got suspended. Then maybe I'll get those back. And then Elon just replied, like literally just now, people have spoken, amnesty begins next week. Vox Populi, Vox Dei, I don't know how to say it. But like I said, obligatory, does this mean Alex Jones? He did not break any laws, did not engage in spam. I agree. Like, I think that he's probably still a bridge too far. I agree with that. I think Elon gets annoyed when people ask him about it because he's already answered that question many times. But like, not right now. Let's be happy with the 56-7 win for now. Sure. I think that's probably fair to say. I mean, it's been wild. It's been wild. And on top of that, he's even managed to bring down quote-unquote hate speech. Now, I assume based on some of his replies that he's using Twitter's existing definition of hate speech. Every time he says stuff like this, a lot of people, including myself, is like, please don't say hate speech. Because it's just really just is it a pseudonym? No, that's not the right word. Synonym for words we don't like. There's no such thing as hate speech. People can have hate. When speech are just, words are words, right? But he does say hate speech impressions down 1/3 from pre-spike levels. Pre-spike. So you saw the spike on October 20th up here to 10 million, right? Hate speech impressions. And now he had it below 2 million, and then it peaked a little bit, but it's down. So it's down from 10 million impressions where it spiked, but more importantly, it's actually lower than where it was post-spike. So when there was like that coordinated, people putting that way, and you see here Elon saying, I have half a mind to wave my finger at the 1,500 accounts that caused the spike, but I shall forbear. Reducing the max allowed tweets per day to a number below what is a speed typist on meth could do was helpful. So essentially they basically said they figured out if there were bots, like having the bot accounts spamming like, the N-word or whatever the case is. It's pretty easy to fix when he did that. And the skin doctor wrote, that's because you are making leftists leave Twitter with your policies and mocking. Less leftists on Twitter means less of them available for fascists to be mean to. That's why the hate speech is down. Sources. Like, Elon, of course, laughs at that. And John Willow says, I'm assuming the hate speech metric is a measurement of how often slurs or certain bigoted phrases are used. Elon replies, yes, these are bad words. I read through the list last week, and I have to say, I learned a few things. And then Chief Disruptor writes, seems all the haters have left Twitter. Elon writes, fun level on Twitter has definitely increased. I'm having a great time. I 100%. I wrote, that's like because all the leftists that left. Look, I don't know. You start to wonder, like, where did, like, who was saying all these things? I know the people that have voluntarily left to go to Mastodon or Hive. By the way, again, I think it's stupid. Like, I see a lot of my peers are like, Mastodon, Hive. Hey, it's just as important right now that we have alternatives as ever. And I didn't even know of Hive. So I created a Hive account. It's just at ordering because somebody took the ordering, of course. But like, I tried out Mastodon. I didn't really care for it, but I think that if people like it, that they should use it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think dunking on alternatives is a good idea. I think just because hashtag your guy is in charge right now, and Elon, trust me, Elon is going to do some things that are deeply unpopular with the pro-free speech crowd. He just will, including his emotional attachment to keeping Alex banned, for example. But for now, like I said, I'm fine with the blow-up victory. I mean, gosh, Carpe Diem, Nero, Bering will be back, Bering's wife will be back. So many accounts. My own Sleep Media account will come back. My Midwesty account will come back. What a great time to be alive. I think Kanye West is running for president, and he's got, like, what an amazing time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, if I haven't yet, please consider allowing me to earn your subscription. There's a button down below the video. We'll talk again soon.
The nation, no, the world.
That's right.
Here we are.
World, baby.
People are following us, hanging on every word. Ready to... I was going to say ready to...
No. We are ready to go to war, baby.
Ready to spread love and peace to the people of the West.
That's right.
We are underground in Vault 77. The Hunger Games have begun.
We're in a FEMA facility. We're trapped right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it might look like our regular setup, but the government is forcing us to do this fucking Brandon's forcing us to stream and say all the things, mean things about Republicans.
We love Republicans. Let us out.
Yeah.
In truth, I'm actually more black pill. I think, even today than I was.
Backlog had been deleted by this time. Even after all the ups and downs, it remains one of Derek's few interactions.
Hay algo que todos queremos. Todos queremos el nuevo e increíble iPhone. Ahora.
With an online figure that had a generally positive outcome. Even still, the book would yet to be released physically and remains digitally on Amazon, along with an audiobook narrated by Derek himself. Alongside this, though, he continued work on his movie. Amidst this progress, he and a woman who was creating captions for the film were nearly robbed at a bank.
And I saw this big boy coming right toward me. I mean, I just sensed, and I said, oh, we got trouble coming. And by the time I said that, boy, boom, right at the ATM right there, I just pulled my gun, boom. I hit it under the door ledge, not pointing at his face or nothing, like that. And I'll say, we don't want nothing.
Derek interpreted this as a reason for why his gun self-defense for women film was necessary to exist, and made his video describing the incident an hour later. A couple months later, he was featured in a radio interview by Heidi Harris, who had appeared in the project herself.
Alright, well, the video came out great. When I first met you, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, and you were really sweet about it, and we had a great interview, and as you mentioned, some of it's in this video, and I was honored to be asked. It really was. It was a lot of fun.
As time passed, Derek soon completed the film. Several months after he put up the trailer for Gun Self-Defense for Women, the full movie was released to Derek's site on DVD. Upon seeing it, many were left with mixed feelings. The film was as shoddy as expected, which came off as humorous, but it also ironically contained a lot of dangerous scenes that made many refrain from giving it support. Despite its intention to talk about safe gun handling practices, most safety measures are tossed aside during later scenes. For instance, when one of the women is shooting a gun for the first time, she has a hot shell casing landed in her cleavage, causing her to recoil with her finger still on the trigger and inadvertently points towards the cameraman. Panics, knowing full well he could be killed, all after Derek had emphasized the importance of keeping your finger off the trigger while not firing. This only added to what would have otherwise been a dangerous situation, since no one was wearing safety goggles or any form of protection, and some of the details Derek gave were incorrect, such as implying mace and pepper spray were the same thing. As a result, figures like Adam would never review it, but he did tease it one day, at least showing his cameo footage that was originally included in the film.
I had every intention of covering his gun self-defense for women video. I bought it. I did a recording, expecting to get some good reactions out of me and my friends as we were watching it. And I wound up abandoning that because it was more sad than funny. It was kind of concerning in ways.
There were tons of other off-putting elements throughout the film, such as Derek often being touchy with a lot of the women on screen, along with the fact that it was all very heavily politically biased, since Derek only chose to interview like-minded individuals. Strangely enough, he plugs Cool Cat by referencing the Cool Cat Finds a Gun short both in the trailer and the film itself. Much like Cool Cat, the film was largely viewed as Derek trying to teach a good message and failing, attempting to make himself look impressive, showing off things he likes. Interestingly enough, Jason Johnson himself shares the same sentiments.
I think he was trying to do something good. I do know that. But it just came off comical. And it's just funny to watch.
It's unclear exactly how the film performed, since it was his first movie to be put out after having acquired a following, but Derek has re-released it several times, most likely as a response to accusations of sexism for the title. In early 2018, the title was changed to Gun Self-Defense for Ladies. Then in 2022, it was amended yet again to Guns, Knives, and Mace, Gun Self-Defense for All. Each release made minor tweaks to the film in response to both critiques of his film work.
Oh my
and
god, these
backlash.
cops are
One of the segments that was later
stupid.
removed involved Derek using a picture of spree killer Dylan Roof as a target while teaching first-time gun owners. Other targets included Osama bin Laden and Justin Bieber. Just after the movie's first release in mid-2016, Derek put up a video on the Cool Cat Funhouse channel that acted as promotion for it, called The Savage Crime Show, hosted by Derek Savage.
Now, one difference between our show here and the Savage Crime Show compared to all those news shows out there, they just like to sit there and complain about everything, the bad that's happening, all that. But over here, we want to give you solutions that will keep you and your family safe.
Derek referred to this video as episode 1. However, he wouldn't continue the series any further. 5 days later, he would put up a Twitter poll teasing 2 potential Cool Cat sequels, letting viewers pick which one will be made next. The first was called Cool Cat Loves You. It focused on autism and Down syndrome, while the other was Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch, described as a scary movie. This had been the
Fucking
same film
hell.
Derek wanted to shoot footage for back in 2012 by sneaking someone in a witch costume into the audience of the Hollywood Christmas Parade. Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch was the winner by less than 1%. Derek revealed very little about it as time passed, except that it was planned to contain zombies as well as a cooking scene, and he was nearing completion of the script late that year. For unknown reasons, Derek silently shifted his focus over to the other project, Cool Cat Loves You, claiming he was working on both. He was still writing the script as of March of 2017, but little else was heard about it from then on. And later that same month, he began a Kickstarter campaign for Cool Cat Loves You with a $10,000 total funding goal. Although this would only be online for about a week before Derek took it down to reformat it. This was most likely to lower the funding goal to a more reasonable amount. The project went back up a day later, this time only asking for $2,700. But viewers were shocked to discover what the actual project was. It was described as an anti-bullying and kids gun safety film, featuring Vivica Fox and Eric Estrada. In reality, the film was nothing more than a modified re-release of the original Cool Cat Saves the Kids movie, with the fundraiser paying for the changes. The film was planned to cast 3 additional celebrities, as well as 7 new scenes. Derek clarified the decision in his pitch video for the project.
It's called Cool Cat Loves You. And what we're doing is we're taking the Cool Cat Saves the Kids film. I'm totally redoing it. You see, every week I get literally dozens of emails or tweets asking me to take the Cool Cat Saves the Kids film to the next level.
Derek hoped that releasing the movie yet again would be his best chance of both marketing it to streaming services and getting the attention of investors to fund future projects. This would be the 4th time Derek would edit the original
Oh my god, bro.
since by this point it had already been used for the 3 original shorts.
What a fucking weird mission this is.
And the cut of the film made in direct response to Adam.
That's like the second one.
Each was made with the intention of somehow getting the franchise more attention to draw in funding for later films. Derek's limited budget seemed to be the main reason why he'd switched from creating a wholly original film to Cool Cat Loves You, especially because Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch is directly mentioned in the Kickstarter project as now being the next film in the Cool Cat franchise, and that the success of Cool Cat Loves You could aid funding. He also revealed that the appearance of the autistic and Down syndrome children were moved into this new project instead, despite it having been his main selling point behind the Cool Cat Loves You film. Derek stated that he had already completed the screenplay and asked Vivica Fox to have a role. Many found this project to be an egregious business tactic, since Derek not only went against the fans' wishes by shelving the projects they voted for, but he was yet again taking shortcuts to attempt to garner publicity. Even still, people were still...
I hate this mission already, dude.
Derek released several promotional
Fuck
videos
these cops.
such as one with Cool Cat in front of the magazine, as well as another video going in depth about the rewards offered in the donation tiers. Sometime into production, Derek decided to change his name to Cool Cat Kids Superhero, after reading an article that said the only successful films in today's world were superhero movies. The amount of celebrities promised also lowered from 3 to 2 on the Kickstarter page. Derek later went into depth about the changes made to Cool Cat Saves the Kids in developing it to fit superhero, and what he intended to happen upon release.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids really just started to get the brand going. You know, it got lunch, they see shirts and everything. And but once again, there were a few mistakes in here, which were very widely publicized on the internet. And you know what? Hey, I learned a lot from it. But to get the project out there with those few mistakes, the cartoonish opening and everything, I just could not take the film to the next level where I wanted to take it. And so that's when I came up with BAM.
In May, the Kickstarter reached the $2,700 goal, and Derek had begun filming the additional scenes with Jason. These consisted of a new opening that featured Cool Cat painting a picture, which led into a song number, and a scene where Cool Cat tells Derek to recycle. There was also a segment where Cool Cat eats a lollipop, and another where he and Derek ride a motorcycle, which seemed to be yet another one of Derek's attempts to look cool. Evidently, Derek cut the promised celebrity appearances down from 2 to 1, and cast Cynthia Rothrock, an actress most well known for her roles
At Audi Naples, we're thrilled to be so involved with our community. From being proud sponsors of the Paradise Coast Sports Complex, to being part of the shopping, dining, and nightlife at Mercado, we know how much quality customer service and convenience really matters. That's why we spent
martial arts-related films who he claimed to have met during an earlier Cool Cat project, quite possibly during promotion for Cool Cat Loves Karate. However, her involvement in Cool Cat Kids Superhero was voicing over films who he was cat reached the $2,700 goal, and Derek had begun filming the additional scenes with Jason. These consisted of a new opening that featured Cool Cat painting a picture, which led into a song number, and a scene where Cool Cat tells Derek to recycle. There is also a segment where Cool Cat eats a lollipop, and another where he and Derek ride a motorcycle, which seemed to be yet another one of Derek's attempts to look cool. Evidently, Derek cut the promised celebrity appearances down from 2 to 1, and cast Cynthia Rothrock, an actress most well known for her roles in martial arts-related films, who he'd claimed to have met during an earlier Cool Cat project, quite possibly during promotion for Cool Cat Loves Karate. However, her involvement in Cool Cat Kid Superhero was voicing over April and Reese's lines, replacing her as the voice of Mama Cat after she had been fired by Derek for the incident with Jason on the final day of shooting Cool Cat Saves the Kids. Evidently, during the filming of this project, Derek also didn't pay Jason adequately while continuing to bring him back for reshoots. Upon completion, the film's success didn't live up to Derek's expectations. He did manage to get it posted on Prime Video, but this had already been achieved with several of his other prior films, and wasn't the coveted streaming deal he'd really been hoping for. It didn't bring recognition or attract investor backing for future projects, but did receive some acclaim in the form of a Young Entertainer Award nomination for Connor D's portrayal of Bush the Bully in the category of Best Supporting Actor, Independent or Film Festival Feature Film. With the project complete and his goals for it unattained, Derek began setting his sights on a true sequel. It was originally intended to be Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch, but on February 14th of 2018, after news of the Arthur shooting had come out, Derek had a new idea. He decided to make his next film about teaching kids what to do during such an event. 2 days later, Derek posted a poll asking what an appropriate title for this film would be. Either Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, Cool Cat, a School Shooting Safety, or School Shooting, a Cool Cat Safety Film. The first of the 3 titles was the winner.
Oh, I found the 3 titles.
Yeah.
So the poll says the 3 titles. It's Cool Cat Stops a School S, Cool Cat, a School Shoot, and then School Shooting, a Cool.
It says something. Yeah.
Damn, these fucking people are stubborn as fuck, dude. It has to go, like, I can't drive around the whole fucking place, dude. I'm gonna run out of road.
The first of the 3 titles was the winner.
Oh, I found the 3 titles.
Yeah.
So the poll says the 3 titles. It's Cool Cat Stops a School S, Cool Cat, a School Shoot, and then School Shooting, a Cool.
It says something. Yeah.
The description says, these school shootings are making me mad. All I keep hearing is, what can we do? Well, I have a solution that can help with this tragic problem, and it's Cool Cat.
Upon being ridiculed by those calling this insensitive since the shooting had only been 2 days prior, Derek rebutted by saying that the amount of shootings happening recently only made the film more necessary. Little was known regarding the process of Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch, despite Derek's intention of having it serve as the next film in the series. At the time, he claimed it would still come out, but when asked about it by a fan much later on, Derek confirmed that the project had been scrapped, and his script repurposed for Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting. On March 1st, 2018, Derek dove headfirst into developing the project and posted a video on the Cool Cat Funhouse channel called Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, a School Safety Film, Indiegogo video.
And so what I'm going to do is with this, Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, a school safety film, we're going to make this film where some active shooters rush a school, and Cool Cat is going to show the kids in it safety tips and different techniques on how to keep themselves safe.
In this video, he stated that he's going to make a Kickstarter project for the film, and if it's successful, he intends for it to be made free for all schools to show to their students. The actual Kickstarter project itself was not available to pledge to at the time of his announcement. Unlike Gun Self-Defense for Women, the project was intended to have no political leaning on the subject of gun control, and was simply to give gun safety tips. But what made this video exceptionally strange is that upon introducing Cool Cat to the audience, he's actually green screened into the shot, and is being played by someone who is notably shorter and heavier than Jason, while reused lines play over top.
Cool Cat! Hi kids, my name is Cool Cat! Yay! Right, buddy. And Cool Cat, who do you love? And I love you! You already know it.
I didn't know a 2-star rating can be like a 5-star rating. Holy fuck, GTA. Calm the fuck down.
Derek was forced to wear the Cool Cat suit because by that point in time, his relationship with Jason was unsteady due to the numerous disagreements that he had after Derek refrained from fairly compensating Jason for his time, and by this point, he had a full-time videography job and couldn't take a trek out to film with Derek as often. Although, it seems Derek had not made the decision to officially cast him, so he decided to repurpose old footage rather than wait until Jason would be able to show up personally to film the pitch video. But despite what Derek implied by using Jason's voice, Jason himself had no intention of doing a Cool Cat project centered on the topic of school shootings.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very strongly about the narrative of school shootings, and I would not do a movie like that. I mean, to me, school shootings are extremely heartbreaking reality.
Jason's wife was also friends with one of the Columbine shooting survivors who'd been paralyzed during the attack, so Jason was particularly sympathetic to this topic and wanted nothing to do with Derek's movie, especially given that he saw its timing as simply a means of Derek trying to capitalize on relevant topics like he had done with bullying, which was receiving a lot of attention from the media.
Are you kidding me? Come the fuck on, game. You're ridiculous. You're fucking ridiculous.
Is a mockery of the issue. Despite losing his lead actor, Derek would encounter another individual who enthusiastically wished to be involved. Upon posting the announcement, Derek revealed it would be a reward tier for a minor speaking role in the movie, and this caught the attention of a YouTuber by the
Oh my god, these guys can fuck off. I am not even kidding right now. These guys are so annoying right now.
Blows my mind. On Twitter, he says, "Yeah, we're gonna crowdfund this one on Indiegogo, and one of the reward tiers."
I didn't know a 2-star rating would be the same as a 6-star rating, dude. They're supposed to go the fuck away after a while, but not here.
When I hear this, I know it's meant to be. I know that my destiny.
Alright, these guys are gonna go over a fucking ledge. I hate them.
Fuels us, energizes us, inspires us. Yeah, that's why I'm going into the outdoors. Magical.
Fuck off.
Great new dishes inspired by nature.
Everything about my life has been leading up to this converging single moment.
Monkey Jones was a creator who, at the time, was very well known for his content surrounding the infamous incel mass murderer Elliot Roger, and his inherent association with the topic of shootings made him want to take part in the project. He would then go on to talk with Derek about the details.
Holy shit!
How much money do you need to raise in order to take part?
I'm never gonna lose him now.
Several days later, Derek would unveil the Kickstarter project, and it was discovered that the movie would have a much higher goal than many had expected. Viewers were shocked to discover that Derek had his eyes set on a whopping $25,000 to fund the movie, which was accentuated by the fact that few people had enough faith in the film to back the project at all, let alone to the tune of $25,000. Though the Indiegogo page has since been taken down, it fortunately has been archived, and we can see that at this point in time, it had a mere $856 pledged by 32 backers.
Alright, come on, dude.
For $5, you receive the title of Cool Cat Crusader, and literally nothing else. For $10,
oh my god, I hate this mission now.
print out yourself. Not that you would, considering it looks like this. For $20, you get an MP3 file of the song Cool Cat Is Cool, which I don't even know if this song exists in any capacity, but I doubt it's worth $20 considering actual physical album CDs seldom cost more than $17. It's only at $35 that your name shows up in the credits, and at $50 you get a DVD of the movie, when it's finalized of course, a DVD in 2018. Notwithstanding, you get a shirt for a measly sum of $125. Look out, Kanye West, you have competition, and his name is Cool Cat. Worse still, the cost for a short speaking role in the movie was $2,500, which killed Mumpy's ambition of taking part, especially because, even if he had chosen to pledge the full amount, Derek was most likely not going to reach the funding goal to be able to make the film anyway. So, as a result, Mumpy released a video on April 7th called an open letter to Cool Cat, making Derek a counteroffer that could benefit the both of them.
Cool Cat, Derek Savage, I think we can strike up a deal here that will be mutually beneficial. Currently, I have about 190,000 YouTube subscribers, and and I have a feeling the vast majority of them would love to see Monkey Jones appear in a movie called Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting.
The video resulted in a flood of messages towards Derek asking him to accept the offer, and the very next day, Derek stated that if Monkey's fanbase did, in fact, fund the film, he'd give him a much larger role than the original $2,500 tier had offered. Despite the full funding goal being significantly higher than what it would have been if he'd instead tried to simply raise $2,500 for the speaking part plus travel costs, he hoped that the promise of a main character role would be much more encouragement for his subscribers to take part. Before extending his full endorsement in return, Monkey asked Derek on Twitter what would happen to the film if the Indiegogo project didn't meet its funding goal, and whether or not his fans would be able to get a refund. Derek responded favorably, saying that the movie will get made as long as he can get relatively close to the $25,000 amount, and that, if not, viewers will be able to get a full refund. With Monkey's concerns at ease, he created a video that next day called Cool Cat Said Yes, directly encouraging his fan base to pledge in order to help fund the project.
Now it's up to you to make it happen. Hashtag no excuses. And boy, did people actually put their money where their mouth is, because after my video and after those tweets, people started donating to the Kickstarter, to the Indiegogo.
Upon releasing this message, the Indiegogo for Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting would begin to rapidly rise, with Derek giving his full support to Monkey's involvement. Derek also revealed on Twitter that his role would be as the sidekick to the main shooter, who would be none other than Butch the Bully from the previous Cool Cat movies. To further drum up publicity, Derek posted a video titled CC Tech Problems, teasing at Butch joining the project.
Hey, what's that door open over there? Look who it is! Get that bullet! Get it! Now!
Alright, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself, because this will be impossible. God, dude, why does everything have to be this way? Everything has to be fucking annoying, dude. I'm just trying to do a fucking mission.
Honor had no intention of appearing in the film, and had directly turned the offer down, given that the project was later revealed to have been made using the script for Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch. It's quite possible that Derek had assumed the actors who already committed to that film would continue to be involved as the project changed into something else entirely. This may have also meant that Vivica Fox did not agree to be involved either, despite Derek claiming to have casted her.
Whatever. I'll do it a third time, I'll do it a fourth time, I'll do it a sixth time.
Which was simply a modified version of the trailer released for Cool Cat Saves the Kids several years prior. Shortly after, he followed it up with an update video, claiming the
so fucking weird. But what the fuck ever, dude. I hate that you can't lose them for whatever fucking reason. It is literally impossible. I'm not going to get it up to 2 stars then. Because apparently they just don't go away. I didn't know that. It would have been useful to fucking know that. Game.
And of course we have Monkey Jones. Now his people, you guys have done very well. You raised some, just gave some new life to this project. Okay, but we're at the turning.
Alright, you know what? I'm going to block the van. Is there any way I can block it and fucking hijack it? Because fuck this shit.
zone here. There's, I believe, 12 days left to the Indiegogo campaign, and we have only raised, we've raised approximately $9,400.
Derek went on to say that he needed the full amount to be funded for the film to get made, since production would require him to rent out a school for at least 2 days, which he hasn't been able to get a firm estimate on. Plus, hiring a classroom of children for shooting scenes would make the cost just to feed them and their parents add up to over $1,500. On top of mispronouncing Monkey's name, Derek suggests the idea that, should the project not raise the
whatever, dude. Fuck that.
backup project called Cool Cats for Kids and Stranger Danger Pets.
We do have a backup plan. I wouldn't want to plant this scene now. Monkey Jones, first of all, you guys must love him.
God, this mission is retarded.
That right there. You guys
But okay.
platform and you're wanting to be in a project, that's great. We can still make that happen. Now, another project that I talked about, if you guys have been following Cool Cat for a while, you'll know of another project.
Fucking hell, dude.
Cool Cat's Cooking for Kids.
Which one is this even?
Stranger danger tips.
It didn't take this long for the game to get fucking retarded.
It's like if someone's attacking you, it shows you what to do to get yourself out of it. Stranger danger tips.
Although this was the first time Derek teased the idea of using the Indiegogo money for something else, most likely this was intentional, as using the money given to
I literally just want to hijack the fucking van, dude. I hate doing this. Because then it attracts the cops, which I can't lose. Because they're fucking pigs and I hate them so fucking much.
Derek seemingly didn't think Mumpy's fans would have any issue with him producing an entirely different film as long as he kept his offer for Mumpy to have a role as the bad guy. This, however, was not the case. The entire reason Mumpy and his mom
Like, dude, this is just so fucking annoying right now.
At the $2,500 reward tier, much like how Derek had removed Adam's cameo from Gun Self-Defense for Women midway into his fundraising campaign, offering the project unexpectedly to instead fund an entirely different film was extremely deceptive. Even if Derek had fully intended to honor the original agreement in the beginning, changing it later on was tantamount to...
Oh god. God forbid you ever go away like you're supposed to in any other GTA game.
Constantly tries to pump them, but Cool Cat is the kid's power and outsmarts the bully. Filled with many stranger danger tips, one will be a stage reduction where the bad guys try to get Cool Cat, but Cool Cat fights back.
Like, why can't I lose the cops?
Defeated the update video and put another up in its place where he doubles down. He had stated that unless the $25,000 is somehow raised, the project would officially become Cool Cat Stranger Danger Alert, blatantly scamming everyone who had come to Mumpy's channel.
Started in hell. School shooting. We're going to need $25,000 to produce this in a correct way.
He claimed this new film would end in a way that naturally leads to Cool Cat stops the school shooting, as well as, again, saying that the Bush the Bully character will make an appearance in Stranger Danger Alert, despite Connor Dean not having agreed to take part in it for the previous one. After this video came out, public opinion surrounding Derek worsened once again. They came off as a return to old norms, and only helped reinforce the belief that Derek would continue to mislead others in his efforts to raise money for his projects, thus pushing away support once again. Several days later, Mumpy posted another video updating viewers on the situation.
There we go.
You donated to this project so that you could see me be in a film called Cool Cat Stops the School Shooting. Then now is the time to get a refund.
Following this video announcement, the Indiegogo campaign dropped nearly $3,000 from $9,802 to $6,976, with Derek going on to complain about not being able to collect the remainder on Twitter, complaining about how Indiegogo was unlawfully withholding funds from him, funds that were acquired through his defrauding hundreds of people off their money in the first place. As one final means of getting back at Derek for his actions with the project, Mumpy decided to create his own school shooting safety movie with a $25 budget to prove Derek didn't need to have reached his funding goal to produce the film.
If Cool Cat won't do it, then I will! So today I am very excited to announce my upcoming short film, Monkey Jones Stops a School Shooting.
This movie would end up being released several months later and was filled with references to the original project, mocking Derek for what he had done, and even featured a cameo from Adam at the end. Upon its completion, Mumpy also released the behind-the-scenes footage where he talked about the context surrounding the movie's creation and gave one final message to Derek.
The whole point of making this movie was to prove that you don't need $25,000 to make a 20-minute school shooter short film. And sure, our movie wasn't of the highest caliber and quality, but it was made for literally $5 fucking. All we did was prove that you are a greedy piece of shit. If you truly cared about protecting the kids by making this movie like you claimed so many times when you were starting your Kickstarter for the project, if you
really cared about making this safety film to keep them safe, and you said you would make it no matter what, because it's just so important. If you really truly felt that way, and weren't just a greedy piece of shit, then you would have found a way to make the film with the $6,900 that you did earn. As the months passed, Monkey and everyone involved with the project would move on to other things, Derek included. He has never formally acknowledged Monkey's points against him, but after a series of strikes left Monkey's channel suspended, Derek stated in a YouTube comment that he was happy to hear he'd been deleted off YouTube. His comment reads, "Hey there, I know you. And praise Jesus, that Monkey channel was deleted. That boy is a cockroach and made lies about us. So this info makes me so happy. I will be pitching PewDiePie, and we'll check out your other suggestions. And Cool Cat loves you." Derek responded very similarly when Alex's channel was temporarily deleted, as well when people accused him of being involved. Despite the fact that Derek had not raised enough to fund either of his planned films, he eventually managed to acquire the money earned from the project. It was unclear at this time when he intended to fund it, but he made it clear that Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting was not completely abandoned. On September 14th, 2018, Derek posted an update to the Indiegogo project's page, announcing a new arch-enemy in the Cool Cat movies known as Dirty Dog, which would be played by an adult in an animal costume very similar to Cool Cat rather than a kid. It's unknown whether Derek chose to recast Connor Dean after he refused to take part in Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, or if he was now simply too old to play the role. But Connor himself was never notified about the change. According to Derek's update, the costume was being developed by the same group who had created the Cool Cat suit, and the Dirty Dog name is most likely based on the insult Cool Cat received in an email from the original Cool Cat Saves the Kids movie. 1 month later, Derek would update the Indiegogo page again, stating that the project was on the back burner while he worked on more Cool Cat books. This was when he published another called Cool Cat Left Space, which was released to coincide with the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 space mission. Much like several of Derek's other books, Art Knowles took involvement in its creation. Derek claims the concept behind the story was his idea, and that he also fully funded the endeavor. Whether or not Art did in fact fund the project is uncertain. As stated before, Art has also been credited as a producer on some of the Cool Cat movies. According to Jason, this was only because he'd allowed Derek to associate his Harrier jet with the Cool Cat brand. Whether Art Knowles did fund Cool Cat Love Space or not, Derek would return to crowdfunding yet again the following month with his next book, Cool Cat Loves MMA. This also marked his return to Kickstarter, possibly due to difficulties collecting the money raised from his Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting Indiegogo project. Strangely enough, however, this time he was only asking for $500. Derek isn't clear what this amount was for, and even stated in the project description that he'd already completed the book. It's quite possible he was simply using this as a means of advertising the series and distributing merchandise, since the only reward tiers were for the book itself and his pre-existing Cool Cat products. Derek soon canceled this project, most likely for lack of funding. A little over a week later, the book came out regardless, which suggests the money was not necessary in the first place, which seems to be a common theme with Mr. Savage. For the most part, audiences seemed to drift away from Derek at this time, as news surrounding him and his project slowed in the latter half of 2018. The most noteworthy event to develop at this time was Derek attempting to arrange an appearance on the show Shark Tank in order to get the character an official TV show. Despite hopeful tweets about the progress of his endeavor, it ultimately led to nothing. But as the new year began, eyes would be drawn back to him when he posted a very unexpected update.
This is my production channel right here, so I'm here to tell you about a brand new project. This is my production channel right here, so I'm here to tell you about a brand new project, and I'm so excited that this is coming together. I've been working on this for quite some time. Now, you know, as far as the movie and music awards, you know, there's the Oscar awards, the Grammy music awards. Correct? You know, another project, it's called Cool Cats Cooking for Kids and Stranger Danger Tips. There just is no more stranger danger tips out there for you younger guys. It's like if someone's attacking you, it shows you what to do to get yourself out of it. Stranger danger tips.
The film concept had been vaguely mentioned on Twitter beforehand, although this was the first time Derek teased at the idea of using the Indiegogo money for something else. Most likely this was intentional, as using the money given to him for this specific project or another would fly in the face of people who were supporting it so far. He had not mentioned a backup project in the fundraiser itself, or even discussed the idea with Monkey in advance. It seemed as though this had been a spur-of-the-moment plan to avoid having to pay back pledgers after guaranteeing a full refund if the projects didn't come to fruition. Derek seemingly didn't think Monkey's fans would have any issue with him producing an entirely different film as long as he kept his offer for Monkey to have a role as a bad guy. This, however, was not the case. The entire reason Monkey and his followers had given money to the project was to have him appear as a shooter, which was obviously a role exclusive to Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, and Mike had originally opted out of having the minor speaking role at the $2,500 reward tier, much like how Derek had removed Adam's cameo from Gun Self-Defense for Women midway into his fundraising campaign. Altering the project unexpectedly to instead fund an entirely different film was extremely deceptive, even if Derek had fully intended to honor the original agreement in the different $2 reward tier, much like how Derek had removed Adam's cameo from Gun Self-Defense for Women midway into his fundraising campaign. Altering the project unexpectedly to instead fund an entirely different film was extremely deceptive, even if Derek had fully intended to honor the original agreement in the beginning. Changing it later on was tantamount to false advertising. Derek would only worsen the situation by committing to this idea and changing the Indiegogo project itself to reflect his new intentions. In this film, Cool Cat and his friends are having fun as Push the Bully constantly tries to pump them, but Cool Cat has the kids' power and outsmarts the bully. Filled with many stranger danger tips, fun will be a staged abduction where the bad guys try to get Cool Cat, but Cool Cat fights back and shows children many different safety tips. He also deleted the update video and put another up in its place where he doubles down and stated that unless the $25,000 is somehow raised, the project would officially become Cool Cat Stranger Danger Alert, blatantly scamming everyone who had come from Monkey's channel.
Well, first of all, on our Indiegogo campaign, we're doing pretty good on it. But, we started it out for Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting. We're going to need $25,000 to produce this in a correct way, because I'm not going to, I'm not going to play games with this project. It's just too important.
He claimed this new film would end in a way that naturally leads into Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, as well as, again, saying that the Push the Bully character would make an appearance in Stranger Danger Alert, despite Connor Dean not having agreed to take part in it or the previous one. After this video came out, public opinion surrounding Derek worsened once again. A previous one. After this video came out, public opinion surrounding Derek worsened once again. It came off as a return to old norms, and only helped reinforce the belief that Derek would continue to mislead others in his efforts to raise money for his projects, thus pushing away support once again. Several days later, Monkey's efforts to raise money for his projects, thus pushing away support once again. Several days later, Monkey posted another video updating viewers on the situation.
My point is, if you donated to this project so that you can see me begin a film called Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, then now is the time to get a refund.
Following this video announcement, the Indiegogo campaign dropped nearly $3,000 from $9,802 to $6,976, with Derek going on to complain about not being able to collect the remainder on Twitter, complaining about how Indiegogo was unlawfully withholding funds from him, funds that were acquired through his defrauding hundreds of people off their money in the first place. As one final means of getting back at Derek for his actions with the project, Monkey decided to create his own school shooting safety movie with a $25 budget to prove Derek didn't need to have reached his funding goal to produce the film.
If Cool Cat won't do it, then I will! So today I am very excited to announce my upcoming short film, Monkey Jones Stops a School Shooting.
This movie would end up being released several months later and was filled with references to the original project, mocking Derek for what he had done. It even featured a cameo from Adam at the end. Upon its completion, Monkey also released the behind-the-scenes footage where he talked about the context surrounding the movie's creation and gave one final message to Derek.
The whole point of making this movie was to prove that you don't need $25,000 to make a 20-minute school shooter short film. And sure, our movie wasn't of the highest caliber and quality, but it was made for literally $5 fucking, Derek Savage. All we did was prove that you are a greedy piece of shit. If you truly cared about protecting the kids by making this movie like you claimed so many times when you were starting your Kickstarter for the project, if you really cared about making this safety film to keep them safe, and you said you would make it no matter what, because it's just so important. If you really truly felt that way, and weren't just a greedy piece of shit, then you would have found a way to make the film $900 that you did earn.
As the months passed, Mumkey and everyone involved with the project would move on to other things, Derek included. He has never formally acknowledged Mumkey's points against him, but after a series of strikes left Mumkey's channel suspended, Derek stated in a YouTube comment that he was happy to hear he'd been deleted off YouTube. His comment reads, "Hey there, I know you," and praise Jesus that Monkey channel was deleted. That boy is a cockroach and made lies about us, so this info makes me so happy. I will be pitching PewDiePie, and we'll check out your other suggestions. And Cool Cat loves you. Derek responded very similarly when Alex...
Hay algo que todos queremos. Todos queremos el nuevo e increíble iPhone. Ahora en T-Mobile, con Apple TV Plus incluido. Obtén ofertas increíbles en iPhones, incluyendo iPhone 14 por cuenta nuestra.
One day of Black Friday savings isn't enough. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is all about
Hey, Chase.
every day in November during the Black Friday sales event. Find new Ram trucks with up to $15,000 off MSRP.
How's it going?
With our concierge car finder service, Black Friday is bigger and better than ever with more busting deals all month long at Staples Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the #1 Chrysler Jeep Wrangler dealer in Southwest Florida.
Alex's channel was temporarily deleted, as well when people accused him of being involved. Despite the fact that Derek had not raised enough to fund either of his planned films, he eventually managed to acquire the money earned from the project. It was unclear at this time what he intended.
We're just taking out bans right now.
Not completely abandoned. On September 14th, 2018, Derek posted an update to the Indiegogo project's page, announcing a new arch enemy in the Cool Cat movie known as Dirty Dog, which would be played by an adult in an animal costume, very similar to Cool Cat, rather than a kid. It's unknown whether Derek chose to recast Connor Dean after he refused to take part in Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, or if he was now simply too old to play the role. But Connor himself was never notified about the change. According to Derek's update, the costume was being developed by the same group who had created the Cool Cat suit, and the Dirty Dog name is most likely based on the insult Cool Cat received in an email from the original Cool Cat Saves the Kids movie. 1 month later, Derek would update the Indiegogo page again, stating that the project was on the back burner while he worked on more Cool Cat books. This was when he published another called Cool Cat Left Space, which was released to coincide with the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 space mission. Much like several of Derek's other books, Art Knowles took involvement in its creation. Derek claims the concept behind the story was his idea, and that he'd also fully funded the endeavor. Whether or not Art did in fact fund the project is uncertain, as stated before. Art has also been credited as a producer on some of the Cool Cat movies. According to Jason, this was only because he'd allowed Derek to associate his Harrier jet with the Cool Cat brand. Whether Art Knowles did fund Cool Cat Left Space or not, Derek would return to crowdfunding yet again the following month with his next book, Cool Cat Loves MMA. This also marked his return to Kickstarter, possibly due to difficulties collecting the money raised from his Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting Indiegogo project. Strangely enough, however, this time he was only asking for $500. Derek isn't clear what this amount was for, and even stated in the project description that he'd already completed the book. It's quite possible he was simply using this as a means of advertising the series and distributing merchandise, since the only reward tiers were for the book itself and his pre-existing Cool Cat products. Derek soon canceled this project, most likely for lack of funding. A little over a week later, the book came out regardless, which suggests the money was not necessary in the first place, which seems to be a common theme with Mr. Savage. For the most part, audiences seemed to drift away from Derek at this time, as news surrounding him and his project slowed in the latter half of 2018. The most noteworthy events to develop at this time was Derek attempting to arrange an appearance on the show Shark Tank in order to get the character an official TV show. Despite hopeful tweets about the progress of his endeavor, it ultimately led to nothing. But as the new year began, eyes would be drawn back to him when he posted a very unexpected update.
This is my production channel right here, so I'm here to tell you about our brand new project, and I'm so excited that this is coming together. I've been working on this for quite some time. Now, you know, as far as the movie and music awards, you know, there's the Oscar awards, the Grammys, the Tonys, the Golden Globes. Now, here is the coolest awards, and that is the 420 Awards.
To the surprise of everyone, Derek had apparently been spending the last several months assembling an award show that he intended to host every year on April 20th. Ironically, despite the name and branding having a strong association to marijuana, Derek's reasoning for creating his award show was because others were becoming too political.
It's because we're all so stinking political. You know, they can just kick that damn politics out of it. You know, Because in the 420 Awards, it's all about entertaining the folks.
On top of remarks from commenters about the absurdity of this idea, Eric was criticized for releasing his announcements on the same channel that was intended to load content for young fans of Cool Cat, much like how he had previously displayed his Late Girl magazine appearance on the same website used to sell Cool Cat products. But it didn't stop there. Jason Johnson revealed that, in the early stages of developing this idea, Eric had even wanted Cool Cat himself to host the 420 Awards, and he had to talk him out of it.
And he originally asked me about reality agents. And I said, Derek, if you have Cool Cat do that, you're opening all of it.
Upon learning this, Adam would later state that he had wished Derek had gone through with the original plan. As news of his show spread around the online world, then he grew interested in what Derek had in store. He created a new website, Twitter, and YouTube channel for the event, and released more videos as months passed by, talking about various aspects of the show. He revealed the movie categories included favorite movie, favorite kick-ass movie, favorite fun movie, favorite stoner movie, favorite actor and actress, and favorite movie of all time. And similarly, the music categories included favorite song, favorite male and female artist, favorite artist group, all-time favorite song, as well as 2 other awards for hottest babe and hottest hunk that could go to either a musician or actor. According to Derek, each award could be given for work that's 1 or 2 years old, but that the favorite movie and song of all time can go back as far as possible. Though, wouldn't that result in the same song winning every year? I digress. Evidently, the nominees would be chosen based on fan requests and then placed into Twitter polls, where the highest voted would win, meaning everyone would be able to see what the winners of the show have done. Just one of many of Derek's immaculate displays of media literacy.
Now put down on the bottom, on the comments now, you start coming to give your suggestions and who we should vote for, and please put it under there like 420 Awards, favorite group with a comma, and put a couple of suggestions. You know, 1 or 2, put a couple down there, and number that way, so that way I can see which ones we can, really do a great tally, and once we get more, then we'll start voting on our favorite ones.
Derek would later go in depth about the event itself, saying he was planning to rent out a venue at the Eclipse Theaters in Las Vegas and charge $42 for tickets to enter. He also attempted to arrange a Discord server, which is still accessible, but most likely completely.
Hell yeah.
And a live stream of the event.
It's one way to do it.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, fell through. He opted instead to release it as a YouTube video after having edited the recorded footage. One of these edits was adding louder applause to potentially make it seem like the event was livelier than it actually was.
You just bought Portal? Nice. I didn't know they had that on Nintendo. I've always wanted to try that out though.
Then, on June 10th, 2019, Derek posted the first annual 420 Awards event video.
We got to create an award show that is for the people. It's not
Hell yeah, these vans will die.
420 Awards. Everybody, other awards ceremonies are too political, but not the 420 Awards.
I'm going to make it 4 years, the 420 Awards, the 4th largest award show in Hollywood.
The 4th largest awards show in Hollywood in 4 years. So I guess
Oscars, Grammys, Emmys, 420. Fuck off, Tonys.
Where he is right now, it's Nevada. As he is filming this was in Vegas, but he wants to make it the 4th largest in Hollywood. And he is planning on doing it.
Derek later shot even higher and wanted to make the 420 Awards to be the 4th biggest award show in the entire world. Most likely upon realizing he couldn't be the 4th biggest in Hollywood if the event continued to be hosted in Las Vegas. The event itself was rather strange, akin to one of Derek's other creations. After its opening, each award for the winning movie and songs are presented, with some of the oddest being Smash Mouth's All-Star as favorite stoner music video, and Incredibles 2 as favorite stoner movie. To accept these awards for both music and movies.
Now let's kill this last van.
On stage with no ties to their creation. Also, during the show, it's revealed that it's being hosted in the Tickle Me Comedy Club, which is only fitting. Derek had attempted to invite others by adding dozens of names during several of his announcements for the event on Twitter, but this was unsuccessful. The only winner to have attended the event and collected their award in person was Derek himself, after Cool Cat Kid Superhero was voted favorite independent film. beating out A Quiet Place.
I've heard Portal is a good game. It's a puzzle game, right?
Eric had the owner of the theater handed to him instead. However, this wasn't the original plan, because ironically,
I don't know if it's for PS4 though.
in the audience was in fact Jason Johnson himself, who Derek had intended to accept the award in costume as Cool Cat. He called and left a message on Jason's phone, but was later turned down.
Hey, Jason, what's happening? It's Derek. Hey, just wanted to touch base with you and say hi. Hey, 420 awards is going on, brother. It looks like Cool Cat's going to win an award. So, hey, I'm happy. And also on a way where we can have you present the award as Jason Johnson.
Are you into PS4 or Xbox, Chase?
Jason would later clarify that, by this point, he had a full-time job, and the time and money it would take to travel all the way to Las Vegas simply wasn't worth it, especially since he knew Derek would want to take the opportunity to film other things while he was
This guy's gonna go right on.
Several weeks after the events, Paul Delisle of Smash Mouth tweeted
Hell yeah.
This had come about
No!
Derek built up their trophy, hoping
I still passed the mission though, so fuck it.
but this didn't happen. Nevertheless, Derek took this as an endorsement and used the Twitter image on his site to advertise the events. In addition to giving out awards, Derek also had amateur entertainers appear on stage, including a magician, singer, ventriloquist,
Nice.
and a comedian, who was, in fact, the owner of the venue.
I'm gonna get another one across my chest. This is Filipino, because I'm Filipino.
Between these segments, he showed footage of the film nominees, ironically going against his own stance on fair use. Some of these segments were even recorded from a TV screen and potentially pirated. Several clips also had their audio tracks muted for copyright reasons by YouTube, which Derek replaced with songs from the Cool Cat movie score. Upon the release of the 420 Awards on YouTube, Adam of Your Movie Subs would react to it for his Adam and Pal series, mocking several aspects of the events, including Derek's...
Okay, good. It still counted that shit.
titles and
Hell yeah.
Today, Adam's video sits with nearly 1 million views, and much of that attention would trickle down to the original video, which is actually close to reaching 100,000 hits. Derek himself acknowledged Adam's video, and even stated he was happy for him giving publicity to the events. In the aftermath of the attention, many discussed how Derek had managed to finance the show, with some theorizing it was done partially using the Indiegogo money from Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, but it's uncertain, as most of Derek's real-life feelings are. Honestly, I have no idea how this guy apparently owns a house or manages to make a living traveling from LA to Las Vegas all the time.
I don't know an exact number, but I remember reading somewhere it was like between like 20 and 50,000 on this shit.
Where did he get this money, you ask?
We don't even know. I don't know how this man has the money that he has, and I would only assume that it's from like basically fucking people on the Kickstarter.
The podcast hosting this discussion was in fact the same group who eventually discovered Derek's arrest record and real name, and they would later become most well known for their involvement with Cool Cat topics. However, it still remains unclear as to exactly where the money to fund Derek's endeavors had come from, since even Jason Johnson was in the dark on that matter. For this reason, the general public believed that the show wouldn't continue to be a yearly event, but this turned out not to be true. In early 2020, Derek announced that the voting for the second annual 420 Awards would begin soon. Although, by this time, the pandemic hit, which prevented Derek from being able to rent out a venue for the ceremony. As a result, the event was held in what Derek claimed was a studio he rented out, with plans for audiences to attend via a live stream that he'd charged $4.20 for access to. Much like his previous award show, Derek was unable to get any celebrities to agree to attend, although he did in fact debate extending an invitation to a certain YouTuber he'd had beef with in the past, and put it to a public vote as to who he should choose.
So I want you guys to do in the comment section down below to go on and make a comment on who you would like for me to invite or to possibly invite to be in this year's 420 Awards.
About a week after Derek would post another video unveiling that, as he himself had expected, Adam had won the vote. Derek stated that he plans to cover his travel expenses if the live stream reached enough sales, adding that the event would get Adam a lot of publicity, shown on his IMDb page. However, this arrangement didn't come to fruition. Adam would only acknowledge the request after the events ended his video discussing it. Even though it was jokingly discussed that he may attend, Adam's
I need a gun.
meeting Derek in person held him back from doing so.
There's no rhyme or reason to what he's going to do next. Just flip a coin.
Yeah, that's why I would never meet him in person.
When the second annual 420 Awards show began taking nominations, some of the categories were altered from the prior year. Favorite Stoner Movie and Music Video were cut. Favorite Stoner Song was changed to simply Favorite Song. Favorite Independent Movie was replaced. Favorite Documentary Film and a Favorite TV Show award was added. The event itself was said to have a coronavirus theme, which was why every award was accepted by a man dressed up in a white hazmat suit with a mask and goggles over his sunglasses, who Derek would just pretend was each of these celebrities. He followed the format of the first show by playing footage from each of the films and the nominations with some copyrighted music replaced. But on top of making numerous spelling mistakes in the overlaid text, and even calling the show Mr. Robot, Mr. Robert, Derek also accidentally mixed up the clips for Zendaya and Haley Stanfield for Hottest Actress category. Some of the especially unexpected winners were John Travolta as Hottest Male Actor and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for Favorite TV Show. This time, Derek's own work would win in two categories. His Cool Cat is Cool song, originally produced by Linda Hopkins for Derek's short Cool Cat cartoon, won Favorite Song, and Gun Self-Defense for Women was given the award for Favorite Documentary Film. Upon winning, he once again brings in someone else to hand the award to him by the name of Alistair Cooper, who had worked on several other projects of Derek's at that time after having gotten in contact with him on Twitter. The two evidently got into an argument sometime after the events, and Derek cut ties with him. However, this proved not to be permanent since Alistair would return for next year's show. In place of the performances he had had at the live venue, Derek instead opted to create skits adhering to the show's theme where he destroys coronavirus balls with a shotgun in the desert. There's also a scene which was introduced by Derek saying he had caught the coronavirus, only to cut to him acting drunk with an empty bottle of Corona Extra beer. The show also featured a mascot character known as Blunt Boy. Once again, the event was not streamed and simply came out as a YouTube video. Interestingly, its credit sequence names Art Noss, a producer, which hadn't been the case the year prior. It's still not certain whether or not this meant he had actually funded it, or if Derek was rewarding him with a producer role for having done some kind of favor with the Harrier Jets. After the video was released, Adam would go on to discuss the show as well, and brought a lot of attention to Derek in the process.
I have played GTA Trilogy over. Nice. Yeah, they made a lot of updates, which is a good thing.
The third show was in many ways a combination of the first two. Like before, Derek was limited to a studio and made a plethora of lockdown.
There we go.
But this time, he had several entertainers return from the first show to perform in between awards. The categories had been changed very little from the previous year, with the exception of Derek's removal of the Favorite Documentary Film Award. Unlike the previous years, most of the nominees for each award were sensible choices, and the winners were figures with especially large online followings, which was to be expected from a voting system using Twitter polls. The only aspect of the show that stood out was a scripted segment, where Derek is shown that the ratings and viewership for Hollywood's biggest award shows have plummeted, which only increases his confidence that the 420 Awards can make it into the top 4 in another 2 years. Once again, the show was not streamed, but Derek attempted to simulate the streaming experience by setting the edited video as a premiere release on May 20th. That way, people could watch it as if they were really tuning into a live event. Just like the prior year, Art Noss was credited as a producer at the end, and Adam would make a video reacting to it, promoting the events even further. However, despite Derek's consistency, the 4th annual 420 Awards the following year would be shrouded in mystery. Derek claimed multiple times that it would happen, and it did happen. But, as of August, the only public information about it is the list of categories, revealing that a favorite horror movie and favorite video game award would be included. Derek was taking requests in the forms of replies, but hadn't released the polls. Meanwhile, the website still speaks about the 4th show in future tense, advertising it as an event that will be streamed live and featuring the mascots and comedians from the previous year's show. With no word from social media and no updates being released on either channel, fans began asking Derek about it, who on July 15th revealed in an angry reply that he had technical issues and was still planning to release the footage at some point. As of now, this has not happened. It's unknown what the future holds for the 420 Awards, especially after restrictions lightened following the end of quarantine. Whether Derek will try hosting the 420 Awards at a public venue or continue it at all is anyone's guess. Although, that can also be said about the rest of his projects. Derek has definitely had his hands full, and there was a lot more in the making in 2019 than just the 420 Awards. Earlier that April, as Derek was laying the groundwork for the first show, Jason Johnson appeared quite unexpectedly on the YouTube channel Ryan Osiris for an interview about his role as Cool Cat. The interview touched on many topics and answered pressing questions about the production of the films, Jason himself, and his opinions on Derek and the series. Unlike Derek, Jason took no issue with the reviews made about the Cool Cat films and came off as quite quite level-headed when touching on many of the events surrounding the brand's history. The tone was generally lighthearted, with both Jason and Ryan being very clearly aware of how Derek and the franchise was perceived, but rarely saying anything negative. Jason did reveal a few behind-the-scenes secrets, but the harshest the interview ever got was when he was asked about the weirdest thing Derek had ever done, and talked about an unintentionally inappropriate comment he had made at one point.
Well, one of the weirdest things he said was, I guess the South's our place for Maria. He was saying, like, I can't kiss her anymore because she's got no routine. She has. He said titties.
At the time, it seemed Derek took little notice of this interview, but Ryan made it known that he was quickly blocked by the Cool Cat Twitter account, making it evident that he was at least aware of the interview's existence, especially since Adam himself would acknowledge it on several occasions, such as in his 420 Awards videos, live streams, and installments of the Sardonicast podcast. With increased attention from Cool Cat fans, Ryan would go on to interview Connor Dean as well as Adam himself. Later that month, after wrapping up the first annual 420 Awards, Derek broke his 6 months of silence on the Indiegogo project, originally for Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting. An update was put out stating he'd been delayed by both the writing of the Cool Cat books and the 420 Awards, but that new plans were in the works for the Indiegogo project, and he would release an update video soon. A week later, he posted another update. With the link to the Unpromised video, which was an official unveiling of the Dirty Dog character, and featured Derek dressed up in the suit himself. Upon going public, this video would become infamous. Then, quite suddenly, Derek would have a surge of popularity from a particularly unexpected source.
Cool Cat! Cool Cat! Cool Cat! It's made by Derek Savage, the perfect representation of a kid's movie.
On May 20th, PewDiePie himself would post a video reviewing Cool Cat Kid Superhero. Most of his comments throughout were similar to others made about Derek's work in the past, but the video generally focused on Felix's initial reactions rather than thorough criticism of the film.
This is the coolest office I've ever seen.
You're outside. Outside is not an office. Someone told you this, Cool Cat? You don't know about this, Cool Cat?
Most of the humor was either very tame or sarcastically praising the film, which meant that when Derek was inevitably exposed to the video, many of the jokes may have gone over his head. As a result of this, and PewDiePie's massive popularity, Derek's reaction to the review was completely positive. He would later go on to state that the part he found the funniest was when PewDiePie said he couldn't understand Butch, ironically making fun of the actor. Since Derek was well aware Connor Dean had a speech impediment that he was embarrassed about, Derek seems to see this attention from Felix as an opportunity to bring eyes to his work, and put out a tweet directed at him offering a role as a teacher in his upcoming film, Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, without mentioning that the project was still in development since his controversy with Monkey Jones over a year prior. This led to the responses being filled with Monkey fans scolding him, and was later acknowledged by Monkey himself. Felix himself responded by sarcastically saying, "I'm in," which inadvertently fueled Derek's further efforts. Upon seeing all of this, Adam decided to message Felix to let him know about Derek's history with failing to upload fundraiser promises and controversy with YouTubers, to make sure he didn't unknowingly extend support and lose his fans' money as Monkey had. Adam would later go in depth about the situation, describing not only the chain of events that unfolded from Felix's review, but also Derek's double standard by taking the video well, due to him being popular after having been so negative towards others who made similar videos in the past.
He's just thinking in dollar signs, like, how can I capitalize off of this? So he wants PewDiePie to be in Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, which is a movie that was supposed to have been made before with Monkey Jones.
Upon being emailed by someone claiming Adam's talk with Felix, as mentioned during this Sardonicast episode, was the reason he had stopped responding, Derek didn't believe this was true and dismissed it, continuing to reach out with offers. Interestingly, Derek also mentioned that Connor Dean enjoyed the PewDiePie video as well, which Connor himself later spoke about.
My brother was just like, "Oh, hey, by the way, you're on a PewDiePie video," and I didn't believe him. I like PewDiePie. I like him. And I was shocked to see that he did it. And really, I didn't really care that I was on it.
next several days, Derek continued to put out tweets directed at Felix, giving details about the project to make it seem more promising, including one attempting to cast Jake Paul on the project, and another where he says that he had already cast Vivica Fox to play a teacher as well. Whether this is true or not isn't clear, especially since just 2 days prior, Derek had publicly tweeted PewDiePie's review to Vivica and Eric, implying he hadn't talked to them in a while. On the 30th, Derek then put up a video on the Cool Cat Funhouse channel pitching the movie to PewDiePie.
But then right when I saw him, I said, my God, I mean, he would be really good in a project that I really want to get going, and that is Cool Cat Stops School Shooting.
In this video, Derek reveals that the movie is now planned as a full-length feature film, and is going to star one kid with autism and another with Down syndrome, as well as having a cooking scene, all of which was previously planned to be in Cool Cat vs. the Wicked Witch, meaning it could have been around this time that the script had officially been scrapped and repurposed for Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting, thus increasing its runtime in future length. They also made it officially known that the dirty dog character he teased would be the shooter in the movie, which was apparently because Derek was afraid of getting into trouble for whatever race of the child he'd choose to cast. For the rest of the movie, Derek tried to sell Felix on participating by talking about the impressive aspects of the film, including that it will star Vivica Fox, and that it would be the second movie ever to feature a live Harrier jet. Derek later implied that the jet would be used by Cool Cat himself to stop the shooting. To make the role as easy to play as possible, Derek also offers the option of having to play an international teacher giving lessons remotely, so he could record these scenes at home rather than being on sets, but also gave him the alternative of being able to get into the heat of the action and be coached by a martial arts specialist for the parts. He also offered PewDiePie a producer credit and partial ownership of the film, which seemed to further prove Jason's comments about Derek giving out producer roles as favors to friends. Although, despite going to great lengths to make the project be as convenient as possible to encourage Felix's involvement, Derek went on to ask for quite a lot in return.
And, you know, to help to raise funds to finance the project, and I know we can do it with this project right here, is to make 2 videos before, you know, while the Kickstarter thing is going to, make a video afterwards or something. I mean, after we shoot the project, you know, to help promote it, I'm sure you will.
Derek's request for 6 videos made his full offer seem very one-sided. Had Felix been interested, his involvement alone could have attracted enough attention to fund the project, and he most likely would have made a video about it regardless. But Derek's desire for more may have pushed him away. Adam stated Felix didn't come to a decision about Derek's offer in their conversation about his Kickstarter history, but if this talk wasn't his deterrent in working with Derek, the movie pitch very well could have been. Felix has never engaged with the subject again, and in recent years, Derek would come to accept the reality that he would never take him up on the offer. 2 months later, on the Indiegogo page Mumkey had helped him fund, Derek would announce that he had completed the film and was now putting the names of the pledgers in the credits. However, Derek changed the project yet again to be for a new film called Cool Cat's Crazy Dream.
And now on the other 3,500, I told them that, hey, this campaign's collapsed. I'm not coming out with this, but I'm going to put out another film. I emailed everybody and let them know, and I gave them a chance. If they wanted their money back, gladly give it. And that was Cool Cat's Crazy Dream.
This seems to be a spur-of-the-moment idea, since this film concept was never mentioned publicly in the months leading up to the change. It's not clear whether or not he delivered on the merch promised in the reward tiers, but he did deliver on crediting the backers at the $35 tier as promised, so it's likely he mailed out the other products. In a later update, Derek clarified that he switched the project a second time because he was never fully enthused with the Stranger Danger Alert idea, and because others stated that they didn't like it either. He wanted to pick out something else. Ironically, the backlash he'd gotten was mostly a result of him breaking his promises by changing the project to a different film, rather than the film itself. Then, on July 26, Derek released the film on YouTube for all to see. The plot was that Cool Cat had a dream about getting a call from the VIP celebrity convention and was invited to their party where he meets a bunch of celebrities. It ends with him driving off in the Cool Cat convertible while Dirty Dog appears on screen to tease at his role in other films. But the bigger surprise was that Cool Cat himself was recast.
Hey kids, it's me, Cool Cat, and I got a great story to tell you. It's about a dream I had, but it was a super, super cool dream.
When this video came out, viewers were shocked to find that Jason Johnson had been replaced as Cool Cat by Derek himself. But more shocking still, the film was in fact made up almost entirely of reused footage, since the majority of these scenes took place during the after-party of the Hollywood Christmas parade that Jason and Derek had attended nearly 7 years prior, meaning that Jason himself was still in the Cool Cat costume, with Derek's voice dubbed over the original audio. This had very dark implications about events behind the scenes, and Derek's use of the fundraiser money. This short itself was half of the promised 20-minute runtime Derek had promised for the previous 2 films he'd use the Indiegogo project to fund, and seemingly all of the footage used was made beforehand. Even Dirty Dog's appearance at the end was the same green screen clip Derek had used for the character's reveal video, with new audio dubbed over the original lines. All of this only helped fuel the fire against Derek and reinforce the stance that he was misusing his fundraiser backing. To top it all off, Jason Johnson was not credited in any way at the end, despite the footage obviously having featured him in the suit, which made it clear that something had happened between Jason and Derek. This was further made clear by Derek's comments. Some people have commented that my voice has changed. I got tonsillitis and it made my voice change, but all is great now and I'm ready to boogie. So be cool and have fun. Cool Cat. At Cool Cat Loves You. I was very excited for the upcoming Cool Cat projects until I found out Jason Johnson is no longer playing the titular role of Cool Cat. Why did you decide to do this? Watching the new video, Cool Cat's southern drawl is very off-putting. He is not a part of the brand and is not associated with us any degree. And I had tonsillitis and my voice changed. So go with and have fun or don't watch the films. But fans wouldn't have to wait long for an explanation. Just 4 days later, Derek filed a copyright strike against Jason's interview posted to the Ryan Osiris channel. Upon reaching out to ask why, Ryan was told by Derek that it was because he had used an image of Cool Cat in the video's thumbnails as advertising, which Derek claimed was illegal. To many, this seemed like history repeating itself and only worsened Derek's reputation.
Have you ever wanted to be on vacation forever?
Have them be a sponsor? Wait, you could have a therapist a Zoom call away? Yeah, we're gonna watch that video. It's something quick that we can watch. So thoroughly as a Christian straight man, you're still my Lord. Thank you very much, Thoroughly Tickled Television. And thank you, Sexy Coco. You ever notice that YouTubers like Ethan, they only Pepe Govebe, thank you for becoming a member. It was a sponsorship that we worked with that it was established titles that it ended up being something that they made promises that they don't really. I am thoroughly tickled. So it is what it is. ABO, I'll unban you on Twitch. You know. So, you know, and this is why I have a company I work with to try to protect me from stuff like that happen. And generally, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I am thoroughly tickled. They have. They're already talking about a PS6 release date. Jesus Christ. Yes, Abby, I know your Streamlab came in because I got a PayPal notification. Just let me log out here, log in here, log in with YouTube. Bit Saji, I did expect it. It's a Fuji must-try fresh. It's genuinely. I got thoroughly tickled. I got the creaminess. I got the sweetness, but I also got like this onion and garbage flavor. Like it just, I don't know, man. I would definitely give it one more shot straight up fresh, but if that's any indication, it ain't for me. That helped me to decide, should I get a Steam Deck? I can finally afford the 512 gigabyte model. I really want to get back into PC gaming. If a PC that is a portable device seems like it is something that would fit your needs, then yes. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about the Steam Deck. It's PC gaming anywhere you go. So, Rich may not be a lord, but he's mayor of Cito. Also, happy Thanksgiving. Love you, man. Hope all is well. Haven't been here since the war. What war? What war was that? No, I didn't hear that Captain Cucumber is back on his satanic quest. What are you talking about? I almost don't even want to know. He actually inspired Duty Streams in the chat too. He actually inspired an upcoming video I have coming out. I found a laptop for, it's actually a pretty good deal for a Black Friday sale, where I got it for $479, essentially cheaper. Has 8 gigs of RAM, I think GTX 1650, 120 hertz screen, don't really know why. Unless you're doing like CSGO. But it'll do AAA gaming. And I'm going to compare it to the Steam Deck. And I'm going to say beyond that, there are two different devices, but which ones you're probably going to be surprised how capable the Steam Deck holds up. And use it as a desktop PC with the dock. As a matter of fact, I'm making another video on that. Man, I'm making all these reviews. It's almost like he claims the movie Black Adam is satanic. It's actually not uncomfortable at all, my chest, Davey Hogan. The quartering peas on golf clubs in his basement. Dude, I would be shocked if he had a pair of those. Although, let me look at the Streamlabs. I opened it up, and like a clown, I didn't fucking look. How do I get a Lord pick? Do it, bro. Wait, let me see. Yes, I got it already, Nabil. Or I got it already, Nameless. And there is another... Happy cock giving, Rich. Thank you, Abby. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I had a feeling they were fake. Rich, my Streamlabs, Rich. Well, I thought it was like a novelty gift, dude. I thought it was like a harmless fucking novelty gift. That's, you know, and like I said, I have a company that this is the first time something like this has slipped through the cracks as far as I can remember. So they've done a very good job of vetting these sponsors. Sometimes shit happens. They tricked Muda, too. So it's not like... And you guys know, I don't have that many sponsors in my video. I have, like, at most, like, 4 a month. And how many fucking videos do I put up? I mean, I'm not doing quartering levels, but I put up enough. You know? So, it's not that I'm, like, trying to... Believe me, I get plenty of... show you my fucking advertising. Hey, we love this video. And then they, like, quote, like, the newest video you ever made. You don't love my video. I know, we're watching that video on Boogie. We're waiting to get to 500 people. Yeah, Muda uses an ad company, too. And, dude, it happens. It's not even my ad company's fault. Like, it just seemed like a cute little gag gift. God, did I say cute? You get what I'm saying, though. But, like, lord then unlord me. Here, I'll lord you right now. And I had a company that usually, like I said, they look into all the sponsors, and that's all you think of it, you know? Well, got into a motorcycle accident. This is like a second time. My knee is killing me after watching your stream, helping right now. I'm fine, just major road rash, gonna burn for... Oh, yeah, make sure you also put, like, Neosporin on it, bro. Keep that shit fucking clean. Last thing you want is a nasty infection. Well, yeah, but, you know, Lucrate, they were legitimate, it's just they sucked. And after a while, I'm like, yeah, they're not a good fit for my channel. Like,
I am thoroughly tickled.
How long did I have them as a sponsor? They weren't even like it. They were an affiliate too. They weren't even a sponsor technically. When did you hear Intro Guy's new fart? Oh, we did hear it already. That's gonna come on the soundboard. My kids are still here tonight. So there's other stuff going on. I'll be back on, I believe, maybe I'll do a stream on Twitch and then a stream on YouTube tomorrow after my kids leave. No, that's a lie. I got some stuff I got to film behind the scenes. I'll definitely stream tomorrow, but not 2 streams. I can't. I don't have the time. So, Gabe, I missed your super chat. Happy breast giving, Dad. Also, my birthday and still wanting to eat because my brother's smoker didn't cook the turkey well enough. Yeah, you don't want to eat raw breast, especially bird breast. Congratulations, glad you're Asian. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. The only reason I'm awake watching you is because it's a nightmare trying to clean my kitchen after the big meal doing it. Yeah, it's terrible. We didn't have a big together. It was like immediate family. Like my kids, girlfriend, just mom, dad. That's it. Brother. Well, dude, I'm Italian, duty. I don't fuck with turkey, really. I think turkey's, not a fan of turkey, but, like, the lasagna and shit is on point. So, happy Thanksgiving, Bird Father. Hope you and yours are well. Please give me intro farts and your anus, of course.
Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders.
I've been playing some game. Did your brother enjoy his burrito? Yes. It's like some third-person Western action horror shooter. It's kind of like has like the same perspective as God of War. What the fuck is the name of it? Like, I don't think it's great, but I can't put it down. Evil West, yeah. I mean, as much time as I could put in it with my kids here, which was a whopping like 30 minutes. It's like not good, but I like it, but it's not great, but I like it. But God, that computer, speaking of which, the computer review, which has the established titles ad in it, oops, you should still go watch it, though. Don't ignore the ad. That'll be ignore the fucking ad, but the computer is amazing. Not going to hit the applause. Why am I applauding for myself? Because everything I play on it, dude, Sonic Frontiers, I hate that fucking game. I'm sorry. I don't like it. The controls are janky. It's not really open world. It's like open scenario. You go to these stupid fucking like throne chairs. I'm gonna have to play it more when my kids leave, so I know more what I'm fucking talking about. And then
it doesn't even give me time to react.
You hit the R trigger for Sonic to actually dash. It's shit. Jeffrey, we could agree to disagree. I mean, look, okay. It's a barely competent open world game. It ticks the boxes. If it was, here is the thing I will say: if it was a Ubisoft open world game, everyone would be ripping it the fuck apart. I'm gonna get a Sonic hat. Yes, I'm gonna get a Sonic hat. We'll review it. The timed levels are fine, but still the controls are a little jank. It's like, everyone's considering it a masterpiece because it's like the first decent 3D Sonic game. There was like one small exception, but it was like the first 3D Sonic game since, what? Sonic Adventure 2? Yeah, it's still not better than Adventure. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, and everyone's like, oh my god, a mediocre Sonic game! 10 out of 10! If it was any other series, 4 out of 10. Really? But look, I'm not saying it's like an awful game. It's just, I don't like it. You know, and I know a lot of people, I'm sure this is going to be like the review that gets me under 1 million subs again, but okay. Like, either way, I'm fucked with it. It's not me trying to, like, damage control for the video I did on Donkey, because if I like the game, people are going to say I'm damage controlling. If I hate the game, people are going to say I'm, like, tripling down or whatever. So either way, I'm fucked. Dying Light for $25? Sure. I like the first one better, though. You know? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, dude. Well, no, I'm going to state the truth. That's all I fucking do. But I'm just saying, for anyone who has a conspiracy as to either way, I'm fucked. So if I like the game, I'm fucked. If I don't like the game, I'm fucked. So why would I even lie? So conspiracies could all be put to bed. Nabil, enjoy your gaming. Mark McCauley, thank you very much for the... Oh, he's chewing on a bone. Toyota Corolla, I missed you too, man. I missed had a bad case of the flu and had to miss things. Isn't that suck? Isn't that suck? That sounds like something from a Capcom game for the NES back in 1987. Isn't that suck? I'm vaccinated. Well, dude, you know what though? If you're vaccinated against the flu, I haven't, knock on wood, or particle board, whatever the fuck this is made of. I haven't had the flu since like 2000, and that's when I started taking the vaccine. That was the last time I had the flu. So everyone's different, man. But who knows? That may have kept you out of the hospital because you may be feeling miserable, but you may have felt 100 times more miserable. Mark McCauley, thank you once again. I think I thanked you already. Who's messaging me now? It has to be Fish. Of course it's Google Fish. And it is... What the fuck is that? What is going on with the avocado, and who is that man in front of him? And why did you send me a picture of me eating a sausage between my girlfriend's breasts? I know that was enjoyable. So, enjoy that, Nabil. Atari's Black Friday sale, 40% off VCN bundles and 50% off Atari Speak. Yes, I bought the Atari speaker hat. Oh, dude, I should do that. Where'd you get it from? That would be an interesting, like, that's what I want to do. I love doing these weird videos. Like, I got the Soulja Boy, it's Ambernick, but it's what Soulja Boy was using, essentially. And I'm like, all right, let me get the Soulja Boy console and review it. Okay? Whatever off-brand he was going to use. So I go to check and see if, like, I was going to add him, and I was like, oh, that's bizarre. I know his handle. Why isn't it showing up? He ends up blocking me. Oh, man. Yeah, like, it just... I almost feel like they tried to do too much with it, Sexy Coco. You know? I just feel like it was too... Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Dear God, Rich, I found out my cousin that just now died in a car crash. Oh, Jesus. Don't take a second of life for granted, with whether it be your close family or friends. I'm very sorry to hear that, Bill. Man, wow. Yeah, he blocked me, Foil Grim. What I like about it is how they improve on the formula in the next game. It's a decent game that I'm excited to see how they improve it. Hopefully they improve it. Solid Crusader. Ho, ho, happy Thanksgiving, Rich. For any DSP sound, sure. La, 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 la. Yes! Wash your balls. There you go.
Were you followed?
Um,
What goes on here is our little secret.
No, I wasn't followed.
So, yeah, but is the thing is, will they continue? The track record with Sonic, let me put this up like this. The track record with Sonic, and that's the problem with it, is that it's so hit, very miss. You know? So, I don't know. We'll see. It's just, I think people are giving this game too much credit because it's finally a barely competent, open-esque world game in the Sonic series. I want a Pooh shirt where I don't even know if Macy's still sells them anymore, man. Happy Thanksgiving, motherfuckers. Bob P.S. Quintum. I'm sort of a Grinch. I hate most carols. I find only a few tower in my storage. Playing carols now. I lost a Thanksgiving bet with my manager, so I have to sing her my most hated carol. Jesus Christ. Dude, the thing is ridiculous, man, is that they start with... Dude, they start with, like, the fucking Christmas music, like, in late September some places now. You know what I mean? I just got some of the sample bypass juices from the Deep Wet. Enjoy them with Jeremy.
I just peed in my basement.
What I hate is that the flu shot takes 2 weeks to work. Well, yeah, your immune system actually has to identify it. A few years ago, I got the flu shot. A week later, I got the flu bad for 10 days. Yeah, it sucks. Yes, Blue Midnight, I do. Especially with Vega graphics. I do think 32 gigabytes. It's kind of more just like a... Okay, it has 32 gigabytes, but why? No, my old RTU streams aren't gone. They're here. Everyone keeps saying that to me, and they're not gone. I'll check right now. Unless something was, no, because if it was taken down, then you wouldn't fucking see me. YouTube Studio.
The Triads have a fish factory as a front. Most of their business goes down at the fish market in Chinatown. The laundry still owes us protection. They reckon the Triads are protecting them now, so I say we exact.
Nah, man, they're all up.
Take those boys over and whack the Triad warlords. Hell, if you get a
chance,
chance,
ain't nothing
pop
missing.
some of their soldiers too.
I worked 17 hours on Black Friday because I got McGlutton for punishment in cash. Well, they better be giving you overtime. Dude, I've been there, man. Those jobs are brutal. Did I get something else to review? Yeah, but how many games has Sonic Team made that were duds, though, dude? Obby. You know? It's been revealed that Binance, the largest crypto exchange, has about half of their holdings in their own tokens, meaning they can collapse just like FTX. A huge Ponzi scheme. Binance, really? Jesus Christ, man. Who's messaging me? Yeah, dude, Binance. Yeah, New York banned Bitcoin. Well, they banned Bitcoin specifically because of its proof of... I forgot what it's different than other cryptos, and that's why they banned it. I'm still holding on to the coin I got. However, this week though, I am taking it the fuck out of
that was stupid.
The exchange that I have it on, because I don't trust any of these fucking exchanges right now. Yeah, invest your money in NFTs. I'm so excited to get the Amico 100% off on Black Friday. Which up with this year's PSX conference? I have no idea. Alan, thank you for the coffee. I appreciate it. Dude, it's at fucking Macy's. It was at Macy's. I got it like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. What's your opinion on Sonic Frontiers? It's very mediocre. And I mean, look, I understand Donkey's reviews are like tongue-in-cheek and sarcastic, but they're also, he has valid criticisms there. I'm playing the fucking game. Okay? Like, it's not that I'm going by, you know, oh, I read 4 Kotaku articles and they didn't like it. You know. While buying real coins, also invest in, like, IRA. It's a good thing to do. Should I try THC beer? I don't know. Getting drunk and getting stoned? Nah. I've been crossfaded like twice. No thank you. At least for me. Some people love it. Yes. I just addressed that. I will never work with him again. The ad will be gone from the video by tomorrow. You know. Rich, should I am thoroughly tickled. Rich, should I start crack? Yes. Yes, I am Lord Silly Nipples. Are you going to make me watch Quantum? We're going to have to... dude, I can't get away from it. And then he... Religious families. It's only a minute? What the fuck? You want to do something wholesome? I am thoroughly tickled. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Tower Dragons. So, yeah. I'm also very thankful that the video that I have established titles on is fucking a complete failure. Well, Foil Grim, it hits everyone different. You know? Said he was flown from car, seemingly where, yeah, well, I don't, dude, if it wasn't for me wearing my seatbelt when I flipped my Jeep back in 98, I was in a Jeep Grand Cherokee, I'd be dead right now. Straight up, I'm not even being, you know, so, yeah, wear your fucking seatbelt, man. It's true, Rich, only recent stream visible is, others are 5 years ago, starting with Saint. But, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at them right now here, and they're all public. Like, let me click on one. This is from when? November 22nd.
Try to relax your anus.
Sorry, that wasn't me hitting it. Look at one from November 14th. Yeah, it's right here, dude. It's saying it's public. Breastfeed it. I don't know. Yeah, you may have to go to the live tab. Check the live tab. YouTube may have changed that, because I remember Google Fish came to me, and I was like, fuck, man. Like, did something happen? And I'm like, I checked. Yeah, you got to go to the live tab, man. Because I checked, because you'll get a notification if something's wrong in your Gmail account that's connected to your YouTube. Yeah, my editor's cutting out the ad now, so that's it. I'm actually thankful. Like, that would have been you know how that ad would have been even more of a shit show? I mean, look, shit happens. We're taking the ad out. I have a company, like I said, that verifies these ads and gets them for me. This has never happened with them before. Shit happens. But I'm just thankful it was on a video that completely fucking bombed.
God fucking damn it. Oh my fucking god.
Good, I forgot that Chris Chen. Yeah, they're still in jail.
We're at war. They try
Cucumber fight, of course. Cucumbers. 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 Yeah, I saw Google Fish, and there's a couple. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day, man. And then I have to film. Shout out to Anchor. They sent me out the Nebula Cosmos 4K to review, so I got to film some stuff with that tomorrow. Hand jobs all around. So there's that. Yeah, that's a bomb video. That's a bomb. That is a turd of a video. You know, me those other, like my fake Sony PS5 videos sitting at what, 120,000 views now? Yeah. That video is what I would call a turd. Oh wow, 120, almost 126,000 views. Ain't that some shit? It's all thanks to heterosexual rebirth. It seems that they are not offering or giving what's advertised on the tin established titles, so I am breaking ties with them. The ad will be removed. Make me a lord, then unlord me, foil grim. How about no? Missed my last super chat. Did I, Toyota? I'm sorry. In Ontario, a teachers union pulled $75 million for a pension fund into FTX. Their pensions are screwed now. Wow. Well, that's why I didn't pull a boogie and invest everything. But yeah, that's why there's a lot of people that are going to be screwed over, man. Anyway, before we... Let me use the little boys' room first, and then we'll start this video by Quantum, and I'll be right back. Yeah, precious metals are a smarter... I don't want to give financial advice, actually. I'll be right back.
There we go.